Sip on this. AI is coming for your job. The future is here. Robotic housekeepers? Hello, Rosie the robot. And if you're too young to know, just Google the Jetsons. Tons of recent layoffs? Why do you think Amazon and Meta support AI? Cheaper labor? More profits for megacorps? Let's hope it doesn't evolve into thinking for themselves. Remember the Terminator? Am I scaring you? Sorry, not sorry. I don't want to, but here we are. What we watched as kids on television, when we left the movie theaters, pondering over, frightened, but knowing this is just make-believe, is now everyday life. ChatGPT writes your resumes. You know you use it. You know you use it for your social media captions. I know somebody, an English teacher, who wrote an 18-chapter book using ChatGPT. Self-published, but still. Do you want to future-proof your career and harness the power of AI, not be replaced by it? This episode isn't just about surviving the AI revolution. It's about leading it and what you can do to learn practical strategies and real-world insights, and how a career coach can unlock your potential in this rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. In today's episode of Sip on This, we explore the complex landscape of AI career transitions and offer valuable insights into how a dedicated coach can be instrumental on this journey. Practical strategies and personal anecdotes will be shared, offering, I hope, is what for you is a relatable, engaging perspective on embracing the future of work. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I am your host, Deirdre Haggerty. I am not a conspiracy theorist or alarmist. I'm a certified coach and founder of Coaching with Miss D, who offers life coaching and career coaching services to align your career with your values and vision of life. I'm so excited you're joining me today to have a conversation with your coffee in hand as we chat about life, careers, relationships, and all the little things that can shape who we are. I will not lecture you or tell you what to do unless you were in the customer service industry and you watched last week's episode. It's just the two of us in my cute little coffee shop behind me, chatting about topics that make us laugh or drive us nuts or scare the shit out of us like AI. So let's do it. Let's jump in with your AI transition playbook. Now, this topic became top of mind for me past couple of weeks when the $20,000 humanoid robot housekeeper made the news. I was intrigued. And if I'm being honest, completely honest, if I had disposable income of 20 grand, I would purchase it. So if you want to send one my way and I will advertise it for you, I'm not against that. Then my next thought came to iPhones when they first came out and the new versions. I don't know, what are we on, like version 25? Joking, don't say boomer. I know what version we're on. But I always wait until it's cheaper. I'm not jumping for the new version, but I don't ever think that a robot housekeeper is going to be much cheaper than $20,000. Then another thought came to mind, a surreal thought. AI is coming for labor workers too. Not just the 100,000 who were laid off last week at Amazon and UPS and Meta and all the others. There's a lot more. Reports vary on the total or if AI replaced them. So, what can we do? Especially those of us in our 50s who maybe you can't retire because you can't afford to because everything's so goddamn expensive. Sorry, I used the Lord's name in vain. I apologize if I offended anyone. Or maybe you don't want to because you don't want to retire and you don't want to be pigeonholed into an age thing. How can a career coach help you? To begin, in a coaching session, we would identify your transferable skills for the AI landscape. A few that come to mind are critical thinking skills, problem solving, adaptability, and communication. These are things that are both essential to working with AI and handling the tasks that machines cannot yet. I'd love to see a AI go into a court and defend somebody, act as a lawyer. I mean, those are things that a lawyer uses, critical thinking skills. Now let's move to soft skills, which are very important. Actually, I think are rising on the level of importance in jobs and careers. Those soft skills are emotional intelligence. A robot AI is never going to have emotional intelligence. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I know a few people who don't have emotional intelligence, but it's incredibly valuable, especially if you're a leader. They're not going to have leadership skills or creativity. And these things bridge the gap between human expertise and AI. Now, AI, you might be saying, oh, no. Well, AI can create art and AI can do 3D images and, computers can write books. Yes, but not like the human mind. Unless, of course, it starts to think on its own. Not trying to be a doomsday theorist, as I explained, but the consumption of electricity used by AI alone could cause a tremendous environmental impact if the environment is a concern of yours. Then there is my Terminator theory. It just takes over. Life imitating art, imitating life. Frightening. The bottom line is this. We need to learn how to leverage AI. We need to understand it and utilize strategic upskilling. Okay. So, as a career coach, we would work together, or another person. Because listen, I love to help people. I truly do. I love to see people find the potential in themselves. That brings me such a great amount of joy. And maybe you're listening to this or watching this and you're like, that's bullshit. No, it actually isn't. I truly do love what I do. But together as a coach, we will work to identify what courses, certifications, and projects actually matter to do what I said earlier, align your career with your values and your life's vision. If you have followed me on any of my social media, if you watched any of my previous episodes, you know I am a former hairstylist, still licensed in the 2 states from New York and New Jersey. AI cannot replace skilled labor. I dare you to do a haircut. AI cannot do personalized service, such as a massage therapist, okay? There may be mechanics that can massage, like a theraboot, which can help with RLS, or certain devices, personal devices, that can help in certain areas. But it cannot replace human touch. It cannot replace human touch. Continuous learning of any kind is key, and staying ahead in a rapidly changing field with ongoing coaching is especially helpful. AI cannot be a substitute for a relationship. They're not real. They can hurt you. They can say things that can hurt you. A child completed suicide because of AI. They are not real. So, transitioning to networking. Let's talk about networking in the AI era. Specifically, building meaningful connections beyond LinkedIn. I believe it's time to return to networking socially, in person or on Zoom. I love LinkedIn, and I have met a few colleagues with whom I am currently collaborating. However, I literally changed my LinkedIn banner to figuratively hang a sign that says no soliciting, like some people do on their front doors. Why? While LinkedIn is a great source, it has become overrun with solicitations landing in my inbox, causing me to pause, and other people. This isn't just me. I've heard this from so many people. But it causes me to pause and wonder if it could be a potential client, because I have had clients reach out to me on LinkedIn, on TikTok, on Facebook. Stop. I'm talking to you, the guy who commented on one of my YouTube videos, who followed me on Instagram, who followed me on my Facebook page, who sent something to my inbox there as well. You're wasting our time. You're forcing us to stop, because I want to interact with people. If you have something to say, please say it. But stop soliciting your business. We all need business, all of us, every person. But this is just causing us, it's just wasting our time. Please stop. In addition, I've also heard from a lot of my clients while they're in the middle of job seeking, and now, trust me, not all of my clients are looking for a job. A lot of them are currently employed, and they're just looking to advance in their careers or just maybe work through some toxic work relationships. A lot of the topics I get are from sessions. But some of them say on LinkedIn, where they'll get an email from LinkedIn, job recommendations, and they'll go and, there's not really much in the job description, but it looks like something that could align with what they're doing or interested in. And then that in and of itself is a solicitation. Oh, use my coaching service. Oh, use this service. Wow. You are messing with people in a job market right now where we have a government shutdown, where we have people who are worried about AI, people looking for jobs. That's not nice. That's not nice. Don't do that to people. Don't give them false hope. I don't like that at all. Stop that. Personally, I belong to a few networking groups. Some require a fee. Others are free. And they're both. I have networking groups online and in person. And what I love are the friendships I formed, particularly after moving from New York to New Jersey. I got the best of both worlds. I found community and friendships as well as networking for my business. They recommended clients, and I have done the same. That's networking, not just soliciting business for yourself. Please don't do that. Please stop. We can help each other, but let's do it right. So what's next in 2026 and beyond with the evolving AI job market? I believe that AI cannot replace judgment, creativity, and ethics. Now, ethics is kind of questionable because many humans don't have it. And whether leaders have it is another topic for another day, not to be discussed here. My focus here is careers. And I don't mean political leaders. I also mean the leaders at your jobs. Some of their ethics could be called to question. Some of these things, there are inherent human traits that a machine cannot mimic. I recently saw the CEO and co-founder of Axio, Jim Vandehei, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, says AI is increasing energy costs, joblessness, and inequality. He also says there's new short-term evidence that it will affect your job. And he recommends, if you're currently in school, to shift the courses you are taking in school to learn how to use AI and how to leverage it and have it work for you. I can't sit here and tell you how to do that. I can only help you find these courses. If you're currently working and you're concerned, we can go through this together, what certifications you can take and other courses that are going to benefit you. So what are my final sips? And I'm going to take a sip because I'm thirsty. What does your AI future look like? I wish I had a crystal ball. I cannot predict the future or forecast a job report, and those who can in government currently aren't working. There is a possibility for AI to evolve faster than the human brain, but that is because it is driven by human innovation. Some speculate It might evolve, as I said earlier, into thinking for itself. However, I have faith in the human spirit, mind, body, and brain. In fact, I watched Dr. Caroline Leaf, who appeared on Mel Robbins' podcast. I believe it was toward the end of the summer. And she suggests that the brain and mind are separate. The brain is the organ, but the mind is the force that drives it. If you think about AI like that, AI is the technology and the human is what drives it. But I also believe in the research of neuroplasticity and the power of the mind. I am rooting for the humans. And going back to Dr. Leaf, I believe in the capacity of the mind to do so much more. That is our chat for today's episode of Sip on This. Sorry if I scared you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your coffee with me. If something I said resonated with you, I would really love for you to subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram. My Facebook page is at Coaching with Miss D. If you are changing careers and need to repurpose yourself at work, or want to learn how to personally leverage AI in career coaching, then please visit my website, coachingwithmissd.com. Until next time, keep sipping, keep growing, and remember to live your life as your authentic self, your version, and no one else's.